Alrighty. Welcome in. Welcome to my channel. The day is finally here. I am releasing my album. I have scheduled a pre-release date on Bandcamp. I went back and forth trying to decide whether I was going to use a distributor and release it on all platforms or what, but I feel like for now I'm going to release projects like this on Bandcamp and certain things I might release on YouTube only, depending on if it was just something for fun or not. This was for fun. I think making music is making music is fun. But this was like, this is a project. I'm gonna release this instead of it being like a doodle or scribble, which is fine. Those are fun. Those are fun things. And so I'm making this the official announcement for it. No, it's thundering outside. I'm making the announcement. It's going to be out on June 13th. June 13th. So just a couple weeks. And it's Bandcamp has a pre-order feature. It's got I'll just show you. So we've got, this is the album. It's A Tunnel Between Worlds. Here's the art. It's pre-order. You can pre-order it now for $9. And here's the track list. And you can have one track right now if you pre-order it. And I think the way Bandcamp works is you'll be able to listen to this a couple of times for free, but if you want to support me and buy the album, that would be awesome. And maybe later I will release this on other platforms or other works. Not sure yet. I think going forward, what I want to do is make some videos about the music making process. I kind of want to start a series to show that anyone can make music, especially in this day and age. The technology has gotten to the point where it's very accessible, and even very entry-level equipment these days is way higher quality than what famous bands used to use decades ago. So yeah, some of the most famous works out there are they were using equipment that is not even as good as some of the equipment we have now. The beginner level stuff, the point is you can get a very basic setup, and that level of quality is good enough. If you are an artist, if you want to be an independent artist, an indie artist, and just make stuff from home, or maybe you want to become a professional, you can do it. Anyone can. And so I'd like to maybe make a series kind of showing how to get started and talk about um, maybe tips and tricks and stuff. There's a lot of content on YouTube already, but I think I might have a unique perspective on how to get in there and make it happen, because I think a lot of people, they want to be very technical and very specific, and that stuff is good, but my biggest challenge uh in releasing something is that perfectionist mindset. And it took a lot for me to actually release this, because I kept trying to change. I kept trying to be like, but there's this little thing I want. I want it to sound different, and who knows, maybe I did mess up that one track, but like overall as a project, I'm very proud of what I made here, um, and I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. Uh, you can always do better the next time around, and you are your own you are your own harshest critic. What's the saying? I could pick on the details of my own work for years, and I did. So um so yeah, I'm excited to have this released, and honestly, just because I can free myself to think about something else and make something new, something different. Um, I want to make a lot of different kinds of stuff. So whatever you hear on this project, it might not be the same. It the next thing might be completely different. So we'll see. We'll see what we do from here. So I think I'll start making some videos about how it's made, how it's done. Uh, I use Ableton Live for my DAW, my digital audio workstation, but um, that's probably what I'll use to teach. If it comes down to it, I might show other things that are more accessible, because it can be quite expensive to buy a professional um, software like that. I got started in a free DAW called LMMS, Linux Multimedia Studio, and I didn't have it on Linux, I had it on Windows, so I know the name might be a little confusing, but that's when I started. I think it's was supposed to be a free copy or inspired by FL Studio, so I I could potentially boot that up and give that a shot if there's anyone who's trying to get into music production and whatnot and doesn't have the money right now to get something like Ableton Live. Um, I know there's also like online, there are digital audio workstations online in the browser now, I think, and I think Ableton Live has a mobile app version that's like 10 bucks or something. It might even be less than that. I haven't tried that out, but that might be an option too if you just have a smartphone. So so I'll take a little bit of time and think about how I want to show how it's done and convince you to make music. I think everyone should make music, or at least some method of expressing yourself. If that's not your medium, if that's not your format, that's okay. But for those who think they want to make music but aren't, you definitely should. I know a lot of very talented musicians who don't make music, and I think they should. And it's just a matter of carving out a little bit of time to be a creator instead of a consumer, and you can have your own creations. And you can show the world a little piece of yourself. Yeah. I'll see if I can put a link to this in the description, but yeah, I'm just so happy. I'm happy to just, there you go, um, get this released and go on to the next thing. But yeah, if you do listen to it, um, I hope you. I'm interested to see what you think it's about, um, what it makes you feel. What's your interpretations? I think all art, all music is for open for interpretation. Yeah, I don't want to prime anybody. I don't want to prime any thoughts of what it's about beforehand. I want to give everyone a chance to listen to it before I make a video. Like, maybe I'll post a video about like what is this about? Maybe it'll be clear to some, maybe it won't. That's okay. That's everything. So I hope you give it a listen. I love you, and have a good day.